I'm here to ask you, what's your vision for an integrated solution? What's your vision for that? While I've been here, I've learned so much about your other product lines, like, you know, the skip loader, and I've learned about, you know, supplying a crane, but I've also learned about a lifting solution. Like, I know the difference, but what's your vision for an integrated solution? What's your vision for that?
Well, let's go for a walk to explain this, because this takes some time.
Okay.
The solution discussion came especially out of the mechanical integration onto the chassis.
Okay.
But this is the narrow definition of the solution. So when we're talking about the solution, we're always talking about integration on a chassis.
Okay.
And now, especially with the hook lift, there is quite a strong vision behind, because when you're, for example, when you're on a location where you unload and load the container bins,
yes,
and you really see how people are grabbing the container. Sometimes they damage the hook lift, they damage the container.
We do it all the time.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I've done it myself.
And so the installation is just one thing, but at this time, when we were really looking how much damage there could happen, we discussed, okay, could there be an assistant, a smart loading assistant, to help the driver to take the container onto the hook lift?
Yes.
And in the recent years, I mean, this idea grew in 2012, 2013. In the recent years, we have continued to develop this. For the driver, it's much easier, it's much more convenient to do his job. So also you might have as well in England problems to get skilled drivers.
Yes.
So you don't need any more that good skills. So because with the smart tool, you can easily grab a container.
Yeah.
And then there is another idea, but here it needs even more integration into the chassis. When you load a container, you don't pull it, but you drive under the container, right? So the idea would be to really connect the hook lift with the truck, and then do this everything automatically. So this is a long-term vision. So
I understand in the future, if I'm buying a brand new truck, I can have these systems. What does it mean for people who already have the existing kit? Can you do add-ons which bolt onto this, which we can take advantage of the new technologies as well?
This depends on the equipment you have right now in place. Okay. I mean, here there might be some detailed reviews of the system you have in place, but this is rather for new equipment, because you also need to have the latest chassis, of course.
Okay, so your vision is for an integrated system which basically interacts with the truck. Right. So you want a closer and more synchronized working system between the two.
The vision itself is to make the work of our customers easier, yes, more convenient and safer. And the full integration, for example, with the example of the hook lift, this would be that the chassis would automatically go under the container. Okay, well, as a man in sales, what is this going to cost me? Because I know I'm not getting it for free. So what is it going to cost us? As it's a vision, it's not yet developed, so we don't know yet the costs.
Okay. Okay, but you believe that you can save us on downtime?
Yeah, exactly, and especially on damages, because when you don't know how to grab the container, you damage the hook, you damage the container, so it should save you some repairs as well.
Okay.
And of course, speed and working.
Speed and working, so we can try to get more jobs in a day, so we can sweat our assets that bit more, so we can train our drivers that bit quicker.
Exactly.
And have less downtime.
But this is just one example now, referring to the hook lift.
Okay. And you have this spread out across the multiple different product lines. You have ways within the multiple product lines that we could all achieve more efficiency.
Autonomous functions, we have them on the Epsilon crane over there.
Yes.
The smart control, we just control the tip of the crane with one lever.
Yes.
Then other functions with the platform, and as well now with the hook lift recently.
And what does that mean for somebody like me? Are these features which are going to be, how long till we can see these in the market? Is this going to make it expensive that only the larger companies can afford it? Obviously, over to when it's new, things are expensive, and then prices come down over time. What does it mean for an owner-operator like me? When can we see these things in the market, some of these features?
Well, with the smart control, we'll see this this year on the market.
This year?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We're currently showing it. We'll also show it on the big shows this year, IAA and BAUMA.
Okay. So within 12 months, some of these features we can already experience them as you continue with the product development of the full integration.
Exactly.